Steven Adams going to come to the scorer's table. Back in action here. Man, Jock Landale was a plus 26 off the Rockets bench on Wednesday. 3 goes down for Fred VanVleet, his first, the Rockets' 4th already. So for Jabbar, he'd really been struggling. Great half for him. He's a confidence guy. VanVleet from Şengün, his look at a 3 is good. The Rockets now are just raining him down from the heavens.
It's kind of hard to get skirmishes with Steven Adams.
2 for 1 here for the Rockets. VanVleet for 3. Calm things down. Now to Holiday. Shot clock inside of 5. Ooh, that's a long 3 there. Oh, hit it. That was way out there.
Offensive rebound. Green leaves it for Brooks. Over to Şengün. This is VanVleet beyond the arc for 3. Career high 14 points Sunday against the Boston Celtics. The contest over VanVleet, who hits the tray. VanVleet says, welcome into the ball game, Rook. Again, that's why it's pretty. If the Rockets lose their last 2 and they're 2-2.
Yeah.
As VanVleet knocks down the triple. Rockets back up by 3. On the drive, finds Eason. Eason caught in the air. Good contest by Reed. VanVleet crossover. Deep triple. Ridiculous. Here's Şengün on the move. Kick out. VanVleet sets the feet, hits a 3. Şengün over to VanVleet. Sets the feet. Finally, the Rockets get a 3. It's a 2-point ball game.
From going out of bounds, and then just how clean was that look for him? Smooth, quick release.
Herter trying to stick with Green. VanVleet hit a shot from there against OKC late in the game to help put it away, and hits another one there.
Again, no size here. Charlotte's been staying home. Şengün's got to get a bucket if they don't come.
And Thompson back on the floor. VanVleet, catch and release. Finally gets one to go. His first 3 of the season. Tie game. Inside of 4 to go on opening night. VanVleet off the pick.
There you go.
Gets it to go. So he saved his best for last. An MRI revealed a labral tear, had surgery, and that was it. Again, the Grizzlies just decimated by injuries last year. VanVleet, good sign, struggled up until the 4th quarter of the opener. He did just that. Off the pick, leaning 3, and Fred VanVleet now 2 for 2.
Again, look how deep Memphis is in their drops with the bigs. Watch Landale on the glass.
Deep 3. Good for VanVleet, his 3rd, much better. Too strong that time. Offensive rebound. Back out to VanVleet, wide open. Got it.
There you go. Rockets in rhythm.
VanVleet, 3-ball number 5.
Got a little bit too much air underneath it.
VanVleet wide open 3, and he puts it in. Fred VanVleet.
He has 25 pounds on that frame, and you can't really tell until you see him in person. You can see he's got a lot more muscle.
VanVleet over Sohan is good. VanVleet puts it in for 3. Trying to get past Wemby. Eason back to VanVleet, checks the feet, and cans it.
You know, enhanced for sure and blown up over the next 12 days.
VanVleet, a big 3. VanVleet pulling up for 3 and connects. Fred VanVleet. 23 bench points for the Spurs tonight. VanVleet pulling up with Wesley's hand right there, and it doesn't matter.
Let's see if the Rockets have the nerve to finish this one out.
Green, VanVleet, wide open 3 is good. A big shot from Fred VanVleet.
Much better ball movement. There you go.
And VanVleet caps off the possession with his first basket of 3 in the corner. The Rockets are running out of time on this possession. Şengün catches it 25 feet away. And that's a way out there 3 by Fred VanVleet. The heave, the hope, and the 3 points.
I thought a man could have kept going there.
4-3, Fred VanVleet.
very smart defender. That time, SGA is just showing you the skills he has to make that kind of attack. As Blue knew the shot clock was winding down, didn't try to pass it at 3 seconds. As Fred VanVleet knocks down a 3.
They're using a lot of fouls this afternoon. VanVleet for 3, top of the key. That's got to feel good for him.
Dunn misses. Zubac's tip tried no. Loose ball picked up by VanVleet. Thompson ahead of the puck again.
He's so fast.
But had to recover. Back to VanVleet for 3. Gets it to go. To Brooks. Hops into the lane. Back to VanVleet. Corner 3 on the way. And it is good.
There you go. The plays on the weak side and with the cut.
Levine was more of a facilitator last time out, had 9 assists. Here's VanVleet for 3. That's good.
VanVleet was good, couldn't make that shot.
3-point territory. He'll launch. Rims up. Quick outlet to VanVleet. Pull up 3. Got it.
Oh, wow.
Bulls down 10. Here's Levine barreling to the hole. The layup won't go.
Bring it back.
Here's VanVleet. He'll pull up for 3.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, but the defense, the activity defensively with this unit on the floor has been really good. And again, there's VanVleet. You got to be careful in drop defense.
Brook almost contests about 15 to 16 shots per game, first in the NBA as Giannis loses it. And on the push, so good in the fast break point category as VanVleet fills it up.
Major thorn in the Bucks side pretty much his whole career.
Pulls from 3. Wow.
He's averaging
Look how
almost
high.
1.8 a game, which is 6th in the league. Leading 3, Fred VanVleet. Good. So his 2 highest scoring games of the season came on this
Becoming popular again in the NBA. Just create some type of movement and see if guys can guard it. That's the contact Dillon creates here. He's getting double teamed.
Leads to a wide open shot. That bounces in. I'm the oldest of 3 of us, but we are relatively on the young side. Stop it, Pop! Fred VanVleet knocks down the 3. The best stretch offensively for the Rockets here tonight. An 18-5 run. I mean, the Pacers, last couple of seasons, have led the NBA in bench scoring. So this is a group that when they come on the floor, the second unit, they make things happen for them. And Fred VanVleet.
Physicality, which anybody who watched that game last night in Minnesota saw, with more on their physicality. Let's go down to Taryn.
Well, and Nick Nurse mentioned yesterday that he was specifically targeting yesterday's practice.
Risky move, too, to bring the ball back in front of the taller defender Thompson, but he pulled it off. Oh.
And VanVleet from the old Spectrum logo swishes the sidewinder to end this first quarter. Off back iron, and Smith ahead to Green. Fred VanVleet catch and shoots. And that rattles in that sidewinder tray.
I do have the Terror Twins activated. Atari Easton out there along Steven Adams, VanVleet, and Dillon Brooks off the pick, leaning 3, goes down. The first of the game for Fred VanVleet. And another one for Fred VanVleet. He's got 13. VanVleet. Puts it back. Shot clock winding down. Makes the 3. The Rockets needed that. Tied it up at 67. Şengün on Hartenstein. The double, the kick, this for the tie. Yes! Season high!
Go, go, go.
Green on Williams. To VanVleet from the parking lot.
He points to the heavens.
Unbelievable!
I think that's what tonight is. Without Steph Curry, without Draymond Green, just be close and be in it. VanVleet, he was 1 of 10 the other night. And hits the 3 there, and the Rockets finish. Well defended there by Steven Adams. Rockets are elite for a reason. VanVleet, all that championship experience. VanVleet for 3. So he hits the timely ones. He's got 11 now.
Good basketball.
Stop and pop, VanVleet. He hits it! Buries it, his first 3, their 3rd. Again, New Orleans is having all sorts of their own issues shooting the ball. So too of the Rockets this season, but obviously not to start this game.
Whole phalanx of reserves getting ready to come in. Uh-oh. Fred VanVleet found a shot again. Hornets are 1 for 9 from behind the arc. That continues a trend over the last couple of weeks. Oh my goodness, Fred VanVleet. Del, Fred VanVleet came into this one really cold. VanVleet! Oh, wouldn't you just know it?
You have to test his foot speed.
Yeah, go by him. It'll be VanVleet, and he's got the triple. He's the senior citizen on this squad. Nothing available there for him. Into the shot clock. Got the switch. And VanVleet gets the triple. So they are now 3 of 6 on their threes.
He's gonna bring the ball to you.
Shengun's got 12 boards inside the paint to a wide open 3.
It's something to be said for paint touches.
Those are the best looks you're going to get.
There's one right there.
Yep.
That's one right there.
Tough break. They're up by 21. Will it be 24? Yes. In rhythm. And a timeout for Willie Green. And here's the guy that gave him the big cushion early. Here's the double. That frees up VanVleet.
And that's what makes Shengun so good, though.
Gets it back. Finds Green. Catches. Shoots. Short. Offensive rebound, Thompson. Back to VanVleet. Likes that corner.
So the Pels already have more points, 23 here in the third, than they had in either the first or second quarter. That's Jalen Green blocked away, but it goes right out to VanVleet.
And you know what you would love?
Ball security is going to be very important tonight by the Rockets. The little swing to VanVleet. Oh, nasty pull back to snatch back. Oh, wow, just snatched back Conley. He had no idea where he went. Well, he's a guy who can get you 50 in a hurry. He's off to a great start. VanVleet gets the 3 right back. His second triple. An easy 2 for him. Perhaps maybe the easiest 2 he's going to get tonight. He's got 15, 6 of 7 shooting. VanVleet for 3. In a game that will be tight, VanVleet off the screen for 3. Hey, his 4th. He's got 12. Spot, but couldn't get the ball into the rim. Rockets lead by 1. Uh-oh. Stop and pop. Hey! He banked it in. Did he call glass? Early 2000, if you remember, if you were around back in those days in the mid-1990s, as great as those Rockets teams were, as VanVleet catches it on the skip, fires and makes the 3. Rockets only shooting 4-14 from 3, 41% overall. And this is with Shengun, 7 for 7. VanVleet gets one to go, needed that as second 3. Rockets have numbers. Shengun to Fred. Resets. Lets it fly. Got it.
Could have been an and one. Good no call there from
Brooks going to work. It's turned back on the drive. The Heat do come in 10th in the league in defense as Fred VanVleet pops another one. Against the Raptors, a career high. Youngest guy on their roster at 20 years of age, VanVleet. And he knocks it down. So they needed a lot more of that, especially from him. Green on Hachimura. Back to Brooks, to VanVleet from the wing, the 3 over Davis. Good.
Again, the big key, spacing. Love that.
I'm sure she'll take it. Conference beginning Tuesday night. Rockets and Wizards. VanVleet 4-3.
There you go.
Number 9 working on a first half double-double. Here comes Thompson. Looking to drive coast to coast again. Kicks it back out to Shengun, now to VanVleet. The 3 is in the air, and it is down the hatch.
There you go, man. And how about that push?
Alex Sarr now leading all rookies in blocks. VanVleet brings it up from 3. So far early in this game, 4 to go in the first. Green splitting the double, swinging it over. VanVleet. Wearing a flak jacket underneath the jersey. Shengun drives on Huff. Grizzlies collapse on him. 3 by VanVleet. That's in. Fred VanVleet. Cannot give away possessions. VanVleet settles into a 3 and reins it in.
Or if I look up and see that I'm down 10 or 11.
For the different shot clock to game clock. Kennard against VanVleet, wants a screen from Shengun. Gets it, casts a 3, hit another one. VanVleet with 20.
Again, too strong off the window with the rebound.
Cam gives Brooks to the corner. VanVleet loads up. Feet flying at him. Matters not. VanVleet with the three and a timeout for the Hawks.
You have me wanting to look like Bain and Adams here, Ryan. Not
there you go.
Spin move. Şengün, VanVleet for three. Yeah. His first points of the game.
Hey, man. Gotta go.
Shot clock winding down. VanVleet. His grenade. Oh! The Rockets bomb one back at the Grizzlies. They lead by 2.
Just an okay offensive team, but they are the third best defensive team in the league. They are spectacular. VanVleet, and VanVleet knocks in the triple. Houston started 5 of 9. Since then, the Nuggets defense 5 of 7. Excuse me, that shot is good. And since then, the Rockets 1 of 9. So now make it 2 of 10.
That should have been 3 seconds right there.
Close out, VanVleet, and VanVleet, long range. VanVleet.
So there's 3 points off of your second chance now.
Şengün. Eason kicks it outside. VanVleet calculates and scores on a 3. Long before Rob Williams, the third played for the Celtics, Lamar.
Okay.
On the inbounds here is VanVleet for 3. Got it.
VanVleet is a closer.
And, they were saying he won't have to have surgery, which is good. They won't insert a pin. That's what they're saying now, says Ime Udoka. As VanVleet comes down and drills that 3, came at a perfect time as the Blazers were starting to claw their way back in.
Yeah. Talk about strength. Probably the strongest, if not one of the strongest in the league.
VanVleet for 3. Yeah, Durant's muscles have muscles.
Yeah, unfortunately, no Steven tonight. He's got some hops, too.
And the Rockets come away with the ball. Green on Cunningham, back to a trailing VanVleet. And he is still perfect. His second 3. He's 3 for 3 overall.
Steven has been bringing a lot more energy of late, looking like himself.
Fred VanVleet, all
there you go.
Back in, good look, and he makes it. He's 3, shooting about 37% for the 3-point line. VanVleet, he answers with his 4th 3 of the game, in addition to the fact, so their best season in a long time. VanVleet, he gets the 3 to go, his 5th.
It's been good action. When Alpi gets the ball, they've been my time with Cleveland.
Well, Mitchell and Garland, they have combined for 12 of the Cavs' 23 as that goes down. And the Rockets make their first 3 of the night. Fred VanVleet. Good skip pass. And Eason misses the 3, gets it back. Comes back out high to Fred. He's open. He makes it.
There you go, Rockets.
Short Garland without him and Thompson.
What would the kid say, Craig?
Sick. That was sick. Oh,
why not?
Pull up 3. Oh, there you go. His 3rd. He's got 9. 10 straight for Houston. Rockets are 9 of 20 from 3. The bounce pass underneath Thompson to VanVleet. And it brought rain. It also brought 3 points.
You see just
when he shoots the ball well, the Rockets are really good. Garland fumbles it away. Fred again, this time a little bit of a heat check.
There you go, man. I mean, when he's on, he's on.
Nothing for the Rockets here in this quarter. VanVleet for 3. Oh, a big shot. They finally end the drought. Down the baseline, tough shot, no rebound. Thompson, Şengün able to save it. Now to Dylan Brooks, up top to VanVleet, launches a deep one, hits it, and ties the game!
Back out it goes to Brooks, he'll repost. Now a snap a pass to Green off to VanVleet. VanVleet for 3. VanVleet hits 7 of those. Off to Thompson as Mobley talked him out of that shot. Green back to Thompson. Thompson tried to go over the top. He almost got stripped by Garland. VanVleet has another.
You keep it alive, rebound-wise. Max hustling over to get it. That's the way you get possession.
How about that move by Garland? He turned Eason inside out. Rockets have played a lot of high pick and roll through Şengün. There he is again, back to VanVleet, late in the shot clock. A Mayday 3 is good. Cavs keep battling. They trail by 11. Thompson off to Green, now to VanVleet. Cavs looking to string together a couple of stops. Not that time. Over the last 3 minutes of play, as off we go again. It is ear splitting in this building. Thompson, he'll deal to VanVleet for 3. Oh my.
Brooks comes up short. That was on line. Eason the takeaway. Out to VanVleet, sets his feet, hits the three. That's why.
Oh, this. Man, I do truly love basketball.
He's missed 44 games this season, had that breakout season last year for the Grizzlies. They're missing 3 important players. It's VanVleet with a 3. Bullseye. So the bench is on display. Here is VanVleet. Got the screen, sets up for the 3.
Oh, why not? Here we go, partner.
The Rockets' lone home game in this sea of road games. The Rockets playing so well. They start off the game so well with a 3 up top for Fred VanVleet. Smith to Eason. There's just a lot of bodies in the paint. VanVleet off the schneid and into the box score.
See the Suns not going after the boards. They're really trying to get back to take away Houston's transition.
Fred VanVleet's first shot in his second game back from that foot and ankle that's been giving him problems is good.
What that shows you, the Suns are fighting for their season. You know, they've got a chance to get in the play-in, so that's everything they have.
Fred VanVleet from the wing, wide open, knocks down his second 3.
You want to take one.
You know I'm a big fan.
I know.
Şengün, it's your VanVleet. Oh, moonball over the top of Edwards for 3.
That's the way you want to air. Send in 2 guys at Klay Thompson. Make sure he doesn't get a good look.
VanVleet will stop and pop 3. Fred VanVleet back on the floor. Good sign. Gets it right back. No, inside them. Ah, they're not going to guard him. Why not?
Yeah, Chicago was in zone, helping rebound for Chicago, and Houston not getting much action.
VanVleet makes his second 3. Comes back to Holiday. Oh, VanVleet, his third 3, second in a row. Rockets have been giving up during this winning streak on average less than 100 a game. Bulls got 63 on the board. VanVleet, he's been the Rockets' offense. He still is the Rockets' offense in this second quarter. Got to take the shot here. Got to take the shot. Fred does. He made it! And he capped off an incredible quarter for him. Back to VanVleet, to Şengün, and misses. Offensive rebound, Eason. Back to LP, to VanVleet. He's open, the 3 is up and in!
There you go, got the home crowd.
Having a good first half off the bench. Long 3, VanVleet got it at the buzzer to give Houston a 4-point lead. Under 4 to go in the quarter. Magic have sunk below 40% shooting for the game. VanVleet from up top, that's good for 3. 3-point shot over Batadze, no good. Can't get the rebound though. Ricochets to Şengün. Second chance, VanVleet, nothing but net.
That's the ones that hurt you, boy, those.
Respect the fact that he can make that shot, come out, and guard him further away from the basket.
57 triples this year for Bam Adebayo.
On the dribble handoff, and he just got his feet set.
Knocked it down. Beat down at 2 threes on VanVleet. Bombs over the top for his second triple of the half. And it's tipped over to Jabari Smith Jr. Here's VanVleet, a pull-up 3. Welcome to the NBA in 2025. Pull-up 3s. 12 seconds left here in the second quarter. VanVleet, long 3 over the top of Ware. And Rainbow found a pot of gold for VanVleet, who has both so lively and athletic and active. VanVleet, yikes. Fred VanVleet, a smooth-looking 3. Oh, the off-balance hook winds up with Hero. He gets in trouble and loses the ball. Tari Eason on the recovery. VanVleet open 3.
He is getting the shots he wants to the comfort zone mid-range jumper.
Step back 3 for VanVleet. He is on fire right now. Fred VanVleet.
With his 28 points, it's been outstanding.
Rebound batted out. The Rockets get another second try. Oh, so often they have cashed in. VanVleet now has 27 points.
Be able to make some baskets here. They've struggled in the fourth quarters as of late.
Oh, the man is on fire. Fred VanVleet.
It
The Big T wore through screens. There are times when you are not going to have help and you're going to have to get through, and you got a mega star like Jamal Murray on the other end.
VanVleet off the pick. He'll try to get it back. He does. His first make from downtown. He's out.
One of my favorites, man. Does his job. Playing hard.
Barlow, the closeout. Moonball triple. Fred VanVleet got it to go. And the Rockets are a +12 now on the glass in this game after it was all Atlanta rebounding-wise to start it. And the closeout, VanVleet made the shot. 1 minute to go. VanVleet, the catch, the shot, the make.
That you take advantage of on the offensive side.
I like that stat. 14-7 fast break points. Advantage Jazz. VanVleet on a straightaway bucket.
VanVleet on the drive. Şengün right back to VanVleet. But he was off to a tremendous start. 8 points, knocked down a couple threes in 11 minutes. Had a block, a steal, and assist.
Now some guys on the Rockets bench that's like, okay, man, I'm gonna get some more minutes.
VanVleet on the kick out and quickly strikes from three. Thompson flirting with another triple-double. He's got 3 this season. His first came against Phoenix earlier this year. VanVleet trailing, connects on the 3-ball.
And they got Goodwin over there. Fred VanVleet won a championship with Toronto. Long shot is up and in. A 3 by Fred VanVleet.
That's the shot that's being given up because Steven Adams really doing a good job zoning up the paint.
Thompson finds VanVleet. He makes his first 3. That's 2 straight makes for Fred VanVleet. Hot Wheels trucks, monster trucks.
Yeah, wedge action here for Şengün.
Here's VanVleet, and he ends what was a 6-0 run by Oklahoma City. Great game for Williams.
Oklahoma City not going away at all.
VanVleet off the pick for 3. That's a big shot by Fred VanVleet. His 3rd triple. He's got 13.
With the week he has had, I mean, that would really be an accomplishment.
I say he'd probably score at least once.
VanVleet hitting a 3.
Rockets need to find something on offense. There has been nothing since about the first 6 minutes of this game. On a wide open look for VanVleet, and they get something finally. Well, 3, their second. VanVleet off the screen for 3, gets it back. VanVleet for 3. His 3rd, he's got 15.
Entering tonight, averaging 23 points per game. This is VanVleet. That's good. Hasn't been his night so far.
Draymond Green with a defensive clinic.
Rockets need points. VanVleet from the corner. He buries it.
VanVleet looking to push. VanVleet tries a 3-pointer. Got it. Boy, it has been a struggle. 0 for 9